Alright, we're back. It's happening. Back to Katamari. We're just gonna start on the next level. I'm not gonna sit around. It's time to make cancer. This is the astrological cancer and not the bad cancer. Astrological or astronomical? I think it's astrological. So some levels are just grab. They're just grab a specific animal or specific item, and they measure your success based on how many of that thing you've grabbed rather than just how big you've gotten. So we're gonna make the yummiest cancer possible. We have 5 minutes. We're gonna make a mouth-watering Katamari. I can't say I'm too keen on eating crab. I've never had it before, but also I just am not really that interested. Like, maybe it's good, but I'm not really a meat person. That's part of it. It's not that I'm vegetarian or vegan, but I'm not a big fan of meat. So I'm gonna roll up these little guys. It's not animal cruelty because they're going to space. There's never been a situation of animal cruelty and involving space at all in the history of the world. That's just, unheard of. Never happened before. Anyway, we're gonna roll stuff up. There's this weird effect, kind of like in Gmod, that some of the TVs have. Okay, the camera in this game sometimes can be a challenge. Let's try and get a good angle on this. Yeah, look at that. It's like the RT camera, I think, in Gmod, which is kind of cool. It's just I don't know, there's so many little things in this game that are just neat. Also, this is the same level as where I was in the previous episode, but with different placement of objects for the most part and a lot more crabs. Oh my god, you know what else is great? Is just all the little jokes. Like this. This crab. Can I look at him? Oh, he's going away. He's just got these tiny eyes and he's got a bunch of shoes on him. They got really creative with this game. That crab was just pulling this door over. The one thing I want out of a modern Katamari game is level editors and modability, because that would just make it perfect, because then you wouldn't have to be stuck in the same level forever, doing the same stuff. Replaying the game and playing the same levels, you'd get a variety and people could make all sorts of stuff. Sure, it wouldn't add new mechanics, but the mechanics that are already in the game are good enough. Also, if you hit something too hard, you do lose stuff. I'm losing a lot of stuff, but I think it's fine. I'm gonna roll up these crabs. There's what are those called? They're lake crabs, sea crabs. I don't remember what they're called. Are they even called crabs? Whatever, they're flat and used for medicine, I think. And it's kind of sad. Horseshoe crabs, that's what they're called. I think. This woman is still sitting here. She's really a deep sleeper. I mean, I can relate. I've slept through my day of thunderstorms. What's the word? I've slept through many a thunderstorm in my days. Let's see if we can ride these up. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, Katamari Damacy. There are sometimes some instances where you won't be able to get something anymore. There's crabs in this house down there, but I would have only been able to get them at the start, I think. I actually don't know if you can get in there. Are those just for fun? Oh, they run out. Oh, okay. Never mind. But there are instances where you get too big too early and then you can't get certain stuff. And for the most part, that's fine, but there are levels like this one where it actually matters. it actually matters that you get a specific type of item. I think that the king is commenting on the horseshoe crab. Anything that scampers. I think I might be, there might not be many crabs left. I mean, there's one over there. And I can't get in there anymore, so I guess I'll grab it. Hello, crab. I'm too big to acquire crab. I can't accrue any more crabs. Yeah, like, getting in here is kind of weird. Oh, but I want to grab this horseshoe crab. Yeah! Real quick, grab this guy before I leave. Okay, I got one. Yes, a little disturbing. Disturbing, ball. Katamari. I actually don't know if Katamari is like a real word. So I got 70% of the crabs in the level. Got pretty big, 232 objects. 94 crabs. Crab, a sea of crab meat, crab heaven. This looks incredibly yummy. He's smiling. What? I didn't... Okay. I haven't seen him do that before. I just never paid attention to his face, but I guess I've been missing out. Yeah, so sometimes it makes a constellation like this. And I guess if you wanted to get really intense, you could... Oh, cutscene.
Oh, I feel it. I feel the cosmos. Cancer King scuttling back. So yummy.
So that's what I was saying about the weirdness of the cutscenes. There's stuff like that. It's very strange. We're just gonna go straight to Star 3 and ignore that. All of these just kind of get bigger. Like each level, except for the ones that are specific. It's just a larger and larger goal, and it's kind of cool. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna say much else. So this time we're gonna get to 50 centimeters. The last one was like, I think the previous Make a Star level, that wasn't the constellation with the crabs, was like 10 centimeters. So yeah, we gotta get way bigger, and it's just gonna get bigger and bigger as we get through levels. So yeah, it's a fun time. Roll up some forks, some cherries. Cherries are good. If they didn't have the whole like seed thing in them, they'd be just, oh my god, like a bowl of seedless cherries. That would be so good. I used to not like the thought of prunes, like, because whenever I heard about prunes, I thought of prune juice, and like somehow I have that associated with like grandmas. I think it's like a joke or something. Like maybe it was in a cartoon. But they're actually really good. Prunes, I am a fan. My mom tricks my niece into eating them by calling them big raisins. And that works. So parenting tip for all you parents out there. Sometimes the king will interject with a funny quip. Sometimes it's just in the way, but that's okay, you know. There's a lot of things in this game now that I think about it that are just kind of, they get in the way like that, but it's not a big deal because, you know, you're not taking it very seriously. Is there something behind me? No, my screen is flickering. I wonder why. I'm gonna roll up this dung beetle. I'm sorry about the screen flickering. I'm hoping that it'll go away and it's just like this level. Something else I like about the art of this game is the just desaturated colors. Like the colors are not super sharp and bright, and it really adds to that like kind of retro feel to it for me, at least. Like it doesn't look like a, I don't know, it looks kind of like it's cloudy all the time, but, and maybe that's how they're getting around like having to light stuff, like doing lighting. Maybe this would look weird if the colors were sharp and saturated because there is no lighting. Maybe there's a little bit. There's like shadows on certain things. But for the most part, I think the lighting might actually just be in the textures of the items, like those not dish pans, dust pans. Like one side was darker than the others. And this pot, the top is light, but the sides are just darker. So maybe that is like shading. I never noticed that. There's some things that are in the ground, like those stepping stones I rolled over, that you actually can collect. You can also collect these chalk drawings, which, you know, little doubtful on the realism there. I think that's okay. I think, you know, this game strives for realism, I can tell, but I'll excuse that. And there are, of course, certain things like this woman that will push you if I can get in her way. Yeah. So you can get launched by stuff. There's, especially if something is bigger than you, you will get like flown across the screen. This is a nice little scary pole. So yeah, we're already at 47 centimeters and we have 5 minutes left. So we're just gonna get to keep going. So these colors are really sharp and bright. Like these are, I never noticed that. I guess the world is usually darker than the UI or the anything that's like anything that's particularly like not in the real world or not in the Earth world. Like on the bottom right, the prince is he's pretty saturated, but like this cat and this ground and these papers and all this stuff is pretty desaturated and dark. The reds are just like, you know, they're desaturated, but I think the color on the sides of the screen makes it look less gloomy than it would otherwise. Like this is how it looks on like cloudy days. But it doesn't look cloudy. Like I don't read this as being a gloomy day. Yeah, this is where the game starts to get extra fun, is when you get to a big enough size that you can start rolling up all that stuff that you couldn't before, like in the same level. And suddenly, like, and especially when you find areas like this where you hadn't been there before and you can just roll up a bunch of smaller stuff. Again, I'm really sorry about the flickering. I'll probably have to put in a warning in the title, unfortunately, but that's okay. I would rather put a warning in the title than give somebody a seizure, because that would not be fun for either of us. I think there's a present nearby here or something, but I don't remember where it is, so maybe I'll just skip it. Maybe I'll come across it too. The presents are nice. It gives you just like a little bit of a option to customize your Katamari and stuff, or sorry, the prince. Especially, I don't think games like this usually had customization options like that. Not games like this, but games in this era. I really like the PS2 aesthetic, and it's kind of like most PS2 games are kind of in the area of not looking old enough to look good retro. They just kind of look wrong retro. But some games played to the strengths of the PS2, I think, like Kingdom Hearts. Like, that game looks good. And personally, I preferred the look of, like, the PlayStation Kingdom Hearts versus Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh gosh. But that's also just me. I think a lot of people prefer the newer one. Newer look, or they don't prefer it, but they like it. But I'm just not really into it. I haven't played the third one yet, so I've only seen screenshots and stuff like that. Kingdom Hearts is definitely one of those games that you will only like it if you... Oh god. You will only like it if you used to play it as like a child or something. Alright, hopefully the flickering won't be an issue for most other levels. If it is, I don't know, I'll have to figure something out. I'm gonna see if I can roll with that castle, because I feel like it had something to do with... yeah, it's something to do with the present. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah! Roll up the cat real quick. Alrighty, that's it. We just remembered something we have to do. That's what I say when I have to get out of a conversation fast. I just remembered I have to go do something, so I'll see you later. The size of this lad. So yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can, or like even if you just know the controls, you can get way bigger than the target size. Here we go. This is the stat screen I was thinking of. So it will list like the types of things you got by, you know, size or by amount, like rank them, which is kind of cool. Bistro Star. And a comet. I guess those are time. Do we get a cutscene? Yes.
Mom, they said on TV that all the stars disappeared.
Oh, honey, things like that just don't happen. There's our cab now.
But that's what they said, right?
I bet, you know, I think the English dub over that makes it sound even weirder. It just doesn't, like the voice actors, doesn't really sound supernatural. Anyway, I didn't get any presents. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you when we do the next level, not world. Bye.